Hi, we're Ellie and David. Join us as we overland the Americas in Yak, our Land Rover Defender.
Yak's already taken us across Europe and Central Asia, but this expedition will be our biggest challenge yet.
We're overlanding from the southern tip of Argentina all the way to Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. Follow along as we experience all the extremes and beauty of a simple life on the road in our Pan-American adventure.
We have absolutely loved Patagonia. We've had some really amazing spots like this where it's just been really quiet, had it pretty much to ourselves. Really love being in the mountains. As spring's sort of set in, Ellie's hay fever's got pretty bad. So hopefully as it starts to get a little bit drier as we head further north, she'll be a little bit better off. So we're gonna head towards Bariloche today. We've got some friends from Instagram that we're meeting back in Chile in a couple of days, and then we're going to cover a bit of ground through the next section to get to the Altiplano, which we're really excited for. We are going to go a little bit quicker because we're meeting some friends from back home in Bolivia who are going to join us for a couple of weeks, so really looking forward to seeing them. But yeah, just really love Patagonia, but looking forward to the next section of the trip.
I can't believe we're actually here, this is crazy. I've been watching Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid since I was little, and it's probably my favourite film. It's definitely my dad's favourite film, so he'll be very excited as well. But yeah, this is mad, I'm so happy. Robert Leroy Parker, aka Butch Cassidy, was an American train and bank robber in the Old West during the late 1800s. In 1901, Butch, his accomplice the Sundance Kid, and his girlfriend Etta Place fled US law enforcement and boarded a steamboat from New York to Buenos Aires. The three then settled in this very log cabin on a 15,000-acre ranch in Chubut, where they kept cattle, sheep and horses. A few years later they were recognised and fled again across the border to Chile, then on to the central Bolivian Andes. The trio's story was made famous by the 1969 movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. If you haven't seen it, definitely give it a watch, and bear with us while we get a bit overexcited.
You're mine, all mine. The soft white flesh is mine. Soft, white. Whoa.
We're just outside Puerto Montt now, and we're meeting up with Luca and Giulia from Clean Bavarian today. They found a really nice looking lake spot for us, and so we're heading there now in convoy.
We have met up with Clean Bavarian and also some Aussies, and we have spent the afternoon just sort of chatting, a bit of swimming, got a pretty sick view of the volcano behind us. Starting a tomato soup.
It was meant to be the starter, but it's taking a long time, so I think it's going to be a little soup chaser.
And the Italians are cooking risotto. We do also have a bottle of white wine, but Ellie's already said it's a little bit nerve-wracking bringing wine to an Italian party. And over here we've got Connor and Ema and Giulia, who's just had a bit of a nightmare with the butter.
Oh, are you going to put it in anyways?
No!
I will try to cut it off.
Yeah, I can try it. I'm actually going to go into the water, be right back. The Aussies left us this morning because they're heading south now, but we've driven a couple of hours north with Luca and Giulia to the famous Pebble Beach. We've heard a lot about this spot and didn't disappoint, to be fair. It's a great spot. Oh, it's such a beautiful spot.
Yeah, very nice.
Ellie's got dinner on the go.
Like the one of Connor and Mark.
How's the new home, guys?
Love it!
Loving it.
So spacious! Very, very nice.
We're saying goodbye to Luca and Giulia now, and they've given us a really good recommendation for a camp spot just at the bottom of a volcano, which we'll be at for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's been really helpful to just swap notes and camping spots.
So saying goodbye now, which is a shame, but yeah, got some good recommendations for as we head north. On Giulia and Luca's recommendations, we're heading up to a volcano. I think you get about halfway up it. About halfway up, and there's a car park that you can camp in, so we're going to spend New Year's Eve there, have some food, see the New Year in. They did say when they were there the stars were incredible and it kind of looked like the Milky Way was coming out of the crater of the volcano, so hopefully we'll have a clear night, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Such a nice spot. It'll be really cool to be here for New Year's Eve tonight. David's gonna cook up some choripan for us, and we're gonna call our families, wish everyone Happy New Year. Yeah, and just take it all in.
We're about an hour outside Santiago and we came through a toll and just lost drive all of a sudden, so I pulled over into what is not a very wide hard shoulder, and basically I think our rear right flange has gone. It's just torn, either that or it's the half shaft, hopefully just the flange. The hard shoulder runs out in about 200 metres. We could go into diff lock maybe, or I could take the prop shaft off. I'm not entirely sure what's the safest idea, but I'm going to try and get somewhere, and I can either try and fix it tonight or tomorrow morning. Not a very nice place to have that happen.
Are we in diff lock?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be alright?
I hope so. It's just stuff's going past so quickly. It feels fine at the moment. Annoyingly, our diff lock light isn't working, but it's definitely in diff lock because we're moving. I found a place a mile up the road. It's just got to take it steady and hope nothing comes up too quickly behind us. Thankfully, we've learned from the last few times this has happened to us, and we've got, I think I brought maybe 5 or 6 flanges with us. They wear so quickly nowadays. So we're going to try and get to this petrol station that we were aiming for before. It's just a bit more safe than maybe some of the areas around here, and I'll be able to do it in the morning and just get on the road hopefully fairly soonish. just remembered that it is the 1st of January, so this is our first breakdown of the year. We managed to get ourselves to this truck stop after about 50 minutes last night. I slept alright actually, you know, the truck's coming and going through the night, but I think we managed to get 7 hours, so I can't really complain. Yeah, I've got everything out ready to change the flange now. It should be a fairly simple process. I kind of know what I'm doing because I've done it so many times before. I'm hoping it shouldn't take much more than about an hour, but I think the best thing about all of this is the fact that the showers here are really, really clean, so once I've done this and I'm covered in oil, I can actually go and wash myself, which last couple of times since this happened I haven't been able to do, so yeah, glad about that. Not super happy with the state of the half shaft. It's been chewed up a fair amount by the worn flange. Might try and find a new one of these today if we can. I think there's a Land Rover mechanic parts dealer in Santiago. Whether they're open today, we'll see, but yeah, not great.
After a little empanada stop, we're carrying on with our chocolate tour of South America. And we're stopping off at a place that I've been kind of stalking since we were back in the UK. It's called Obolo, and it's a small bean to bar chocolate place, and the flavours look amazing, so really excited for this one.
En Inglaterra mi esposa 64%. Oh, that's nice, wow.
Oh, it's really smooth. It's intense. I'm not 100% girl, but it's really smooth for a really strong one. I'm so excited, oh my word. Atacama Rica Rica. Desert spearmint with rosemary notes. This one's 53%. It's a darker milk, which is probably my favourite. That's amazing. It's really similar to the chocolate that I work with back home. I guess the nibs are probably from a really similar part of the Amazon, but yeah, it's really fruity, amazing chocolate, would recommend.
Well, after driving around most of Santiago trying to find an ATM that accepts my card, I gave up and messaged the guy who we were getting our part from, asked if we could pay with dollars. He said yes, so we've come here, pay with dollars. Now I've got to go and try and find Ellie. I left her in a shopping mall on the other side of the city, and then we're going to head pretty much straight to the Argentinian border and try and cover some ground to get to Mendoza, and then work our way up towards the Altiplano.